Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's the Golden Boot podcast on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm excited.
Same.
What'd you say?
What?
You said something. What'd you say?
You said you're excited, and I said same.
Oh, you said same. I thought you said something totally different.
Oh.
Never mind.
I was like, what?
Never mind.
Oh, hey, by the way, George, I heard today that Sarah got you a new pair of pants and that you should show the audience your pants.
I should show my yes, I should. Yeah, no, negative. Negative. Chris said, missing being on the show. Glad to be feeling better. I will be back soon. I'm watching from home through Facebook baseball group, College Baseball Smack. Chris, get well soon, man. We'll hold the fort down for you when you get back. Health is paramount and all this stuff. So, I mean, you got Marley, you got grandkids to take care of. So, we'll be here. We'll see you soon.
I'll be the new Chris. Yay, Vanderbilt.
No,
Just-
no, no,
Not a chance.
no, not at all. Well, welcome in everybody. I'm George, and this is my wife Sarah Hancock. She's going to be joining us for a while, I guess. I don't know. Now that we've been able to get the kids down, she might join more often. So I'm excited about this. Dominic Ambrose in the house. What's up, Golden Boot?
What's up?
That's it, man. What's up, dude? Of course, we're always joined by graphics savant himself, Cody Slavinsky. And Cody, I know you were having some health issues this week. I'm glad you're feeling better. And what else has been going on this week besides that?
Nothing really. Just getting ready for Leah's got a dance recital tomorrow, and then next Tuesday she does her kindergarten graduation, and then
Yeah, well, today was the last day of school for Abby. So
yeah, hers is Thursday.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Weird.
A little late.
Go.
Yeah, you know.
Whew.
Is what it is there. I was gonna say she's way prettier than me, but that was mean. Mean for who? Mean for you? I didn't say that. You said it for yourself. Oh gosh. The Bat Cats. Here comes Mr. Kentucky, Mr. Amish man. Amish Kentucky dude.
I'm just waiting on Kentucky to get like the number 1 overall seed in the tournament or something, something crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it just depends on how these games play out. It's top of the 6th. A&M's over Arkansas 3-2 so far.
Yeah,
away series are so hard to win, man.
Oh yeah,
it's just what it is.
I mean, look at A&M's record on the road. Their record's horrible.
Their record's horrible on the road. But it is what it is. So we got a lot of content to cover tonight. Just to give you a taste, the NFL schedule's dropped this week. We'll talk a little bit about which teams fared the best, which teams are big losers. There's a few of them. And there's one team in particular I think the NFL just hates. We'll get into that in a minute. And well, actually, Colin Cowherd will actually get into that because I do have a clip from him explaining that. We'll also talk about I don't know if you guys are golf fans or not, but we'll talk about Scottie Scheffler. That whole debacle there. That was a crazy turn of event. It's probably the biggest sports story right now that's floating around. And it's, I mean, I've never heard of anything quite like that happening at a sports event. So it's something that people will remember for a long time. And then we'll get into, of course, some baseball. And then the new game. Guys, we got a lot more information on the new game. And College Football Dogs just so happened to put out an article about it. So we'll pull that up a little later and go over it. But the new trailer dropped. Have you seen it, Cody?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. I was more thrilled at the fact that Emory Jones was in the commercial.
Yeah.
Considering someone, Emory Jones, ghosted our podcast. But
yeah.
Right.
I know. Yeah, we don't want to go down there. But yeah,
He's
hey, it is what it is. It's okay. Look, it's going to happen. Some people are going to be too nice to say no, and that's okay. As we grow, it'll be fine. When we have Tim Tebow on the show, then they can cry. It is what it
Sure.
is. So, but we'll definitely talk a little bit about that. We had somebody actually broke down the whole deal, so we'll look at that here a little bit later. But there's a lot of information that absolutely dropped. It'll be on. We know for a fact that it'll be available for Xbox Series X and S. It was presumed that it was only going to be available for X, but we do know for sure that it's going to be X and Series S, which I know is similar console with more RAM, more whatever, more memory or hard, bigger hard drive. So
Wait, does the Series
excited for
S
that.
mean that like the OG Xbox One can play it?
No. The Series S is the new console that's not as fast, so to speak.
I
So
gotcha.
yeah. Chris, the Go Vandy thing. Yeah. We
I
Big
tried,
Blue
Chris.
Nation. Yep. Texas A&M just got caught with a laptop in the dugout. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, Schlossnagel wants to talk all kinds of smack about a certain
Man.
team, and somebody's got a live feed in their dugout the whole daggum time. How about that? That explains a lot. Tiger Woods, right? Gotcha.
There you go.
Tiger
We
Wishy.
demand Tim Bailey. How about that? You have a child beckoning your call.
She's fine. She'll go to bed here.
She's fine.
She was
yeah.
happily chatting a minute ago.
Right.
Who the heck is
So
Tim Bailey?
who is Tim Bailey? I think he's fake. I don't think he exists. Although there was a guy that looked kind of like him, I think, that showed his underwear on our show
It's
while
true.
back.
Is it you?
Was he an imposter? He was an imposter.
If
James
I'm not
Bender says
mistaken, I think
no.
Tim's actually playing like some Magic the Gathering in
Magic
Lorcana
the
right
Gathering,
now.
Yep,
I think
he is.
put a video on there about it.
Way too many buttons. Last time I played, I saved the princess on the first Mario. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons now, James. I agree. Who wins the College World Series? You know, Matt, I don't know. If I
I'll
had a
give you a
crystal
hint.
ball,
No one in
Oh,
the
no.
state of Kentucky.
no one in the state of
No.
Kentucky.
If Kentucky was going to do it, though, this would probably be the season.
It would be
because
the season.
It
Yeah,
would just
it
make
would.
sense.
It would. All right, let's get this thing kicked off. I'm excited. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. I've already given you a little bit of what we're going to talk and discuss, but I want to point your attention down to the banner. There's several people in here right now. Please do me a favor. Everyone who is in the comment section, go right now and like whatever broadcast you're watching. Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Which actually I need to hit go live so we can be live on Instagram. There we go. We are live right now on Instagram. Got to get live. So wherever you're watching us from, if it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, if it's Twitter, if it's wherever, you need you to like that broadcast. The reason we do that is because it helps the algorithm get more people in here. So appreciate you guys so much for liking it and sharing it. If you can share it to anybody and everybody, that would be great. We try to bring you the best that we can, and it definitely helps us out. We got close to 70 people in here tonight already. That's good. That's great. We just got started. That's fantastic. It's a Friday night. People are busy. They're out with their families, and the fact that you guys choose to watch this show over going to dinner with your significant other is well, the couch is probably
you to
pretty
save
warm.
your money. Good job. Way to save that money.
Your money. That's it. What?
Where's the burger guy?
Where is the burger guy? I know it.
I know, right?
Couldn't find Facebook dog. Well, not fake. No. It's not on college football. It's on the boot. It's shared to Facebook dogs. And the only reason is just in case there's something copyright. We don't stream directly to it. Calipari University. Dude, Matt, do I just live rent free in your head? Every time you see me, it's always a jab about Calipari and everything. Good Lord. They were afraid of the cicada apocalypse. Yeah.
Dude, there's so
Speaking of,
many.
before we get into this, because I know we got like 10 minutes, dude. Everybody in the comments section, all these freaking cicadas. Okay, first off, I wasn't expecting this because I haven't been able to be in anywhere where there would be so many cicadas. But we have here in town, we have a Facebook page that, basically you it's a community page and stuff. Cody, you act like you just saw a ghost. What happened?
No, nothing. Keep going. Sorry.
Nothing. Okay. So, but I stepped outside and it was during the day, and I just stepped. I was like, man, what is that loud humming noise? It was coming from the woods. I'm like, well, it sounded like an engine. It sounded like an idle engine sitting in the woods, and I'm like, what is that? So I posted it on our community page, and I was like, I have a question. And I'm gonna sound stupid, but is what I'm hearing the cicadas in the woods? Is that what's happening right now? And it absolutely was. We have so many. Every time I open the front door, I get hit in the face with a couple. They're all over our tires. They're all over. They're all over the yard. They're everywhere, man. And it's wild. So I gotta ask, what is that?
New
Limited
Gatorade
edition.
flavor.
Nice.
Midnight Ice is fire.
It is good. So I wanted to ask everybody in the comment section, are you dealing with this? Because I think all the South is. But I want to hear your thoughts on this, exactly what you're Dominic Ambrose. I don't know if Florida's experiencing the same thing, but I figured Kentucky would, I figured Alabama would, figured Tennessee, North Carolina, a few other places. James Finner says global warming. Yeah, I believe it's the first time in I don't even know how many hundreds of years that all three species of cicadas came out at the same time, I think.
Why do we need three
So,
species of them?
I don't know.
Wasn't one enough?
Usually it's like a cycle. Like one comes this year, another one comes this year, but this is like all three. So James says not here in Florida. Florida had some, haven't seen much where I am in Tennessee. Okay. All right. Well, Dominic, I didn't realize you were in Tennessee. Sorry. I always assumed you were in Florida. James is in Florida. He said not in Florida. Okay. I walked out of the hospital Wednesday morning and got hit in the face with one. Yeah. I mean, straight up. Boy, what a great. Welcome to the world again. Here's the potato right to your face. Yeah, I had a few fall on my head, so it doesn't surprise me.
It weirds me out that their shells and the actual cicadas look identical, and I have a hard time telling the difference between the shell and the actual thing, because even the shells have like the weird little eyeballs, and
they just sit there and you're like, what
is
this?
Right?
Yep.
I was like, I didn't know what was going on there, but I saw so many today. It was ridiculous. And my son, poor kid, there was one sitting like right by our door, like just sitting on the wall, and I picked him up. I was like, look, buddy, look at that. He's like, no.
Good kid.
Yeah, we had one come in the house, which I took care of. I tossed it outside. Sarah, chill out. I know what I know. I saw it before you, because if you saw it, you'd be like, George, there's a bug in the house. And then it would be a run down the hallway
Get it.
She tells me all the time, George, there's a huge spider. And it's like teeny tiny. It's pretty small. Usually it's really small.
That one the other day was really big.
That one was not very big.
By the front door?
No, it was not.
It was like the size of my hand.
It was not. We don't live in Australia. It was not the size of your hand, woman. Oh, come on. It was not the size of your hand.
The one that
Chris said they're delicious. Living like near fields and woods, and you have to get bugs all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's part of it, unfortunately. Don't leave the light on outside in the dark. And then
What a life to live through. Sleep for 7 years, wake up, have sex, die. The simple life. Yes, Chris, I'm so glad that you know the life cycle of a cicada. Like,
I mean,
you would be the one out of us three. You would be the one out of us three to know the life cycle of a cicada.
they don't pay taxes. They don't do housework.
that's the ultimate life to live.
I know, right? No taxes.
I would-
Shoot.
No, sleeping for 7 years.
Yeah, I guess. Where are you sleeping though? Because, like, I guess in the ground, but
Yeah, they have little holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Comfy little
Still.
dens,
sure,
whatever they're called.
I guess. It's weird. Yeah, tiny with 8 long legs. Yeah, they're creepy looking, and them red eyeballs get me.
Mhm.
It's like Satan's peering into my soul.
It, like, didn't come from heaven. That's
Nah. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting kind of deal for sure. We're almost to the break, but I gotta ask because I kind of spilled the beans a little bit. Did anybody? Well, I spilled the beans before anybody was in here. To give you a little teaser and something to think about. Did anybody see the Scottie Scheffler incident? Going into the PGA Tour, because I know we got a lot of people in the comments now. If you're not a golf fan, I'm sorry, but it's not really a golf. This isn't really a golf story. This is more like a sports story because I've never heard of this happening. But so Dominic heard about it. Well, guess what? If you haven't heard about it, we're all going to learn about it together because there's a lot of details that we're going to go through. One in particular is pretty hilarious that the Louisville Police Department would put this in the actual report. And you'll hear about it later when we come back from break. So, matter of fact, we're a little early, but we'll go ahead and take break here, and we'll be right back here on the Dogs Media Network, Dog TV. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Stay golden. We'll be right back.
Starbucks sucks. I like yours. Yours is smoother than that one.
What's up, guys? It's Doc again with Blackout Coffee, and we are here at the Carson Coffee in Palm Beach, Florida. We are actually doing a blind taste test, so check some of this stuff out.
You like this one better? This one's smoother. Yep, you picked us.
I approve of Blackout Coffee. This is
This one. You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not yours, is it? All right.
It is.
Bam!
All right. Well, here's to Carson Coffee and the best coffee ever right here.
it's just smoother.
Picked ours.
Now, what is that, though?
Lavazza?
Yeah.
This is direct from Italy.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. You guys got some good coffee.
So you picked an American company over Italy.
It's good.
Here you go. You won this. Go for it.
Thanks, Sean.
Just tasted better. The other one didn't. It was like $2 better.
Blackout Coffee, baby. Yeah.
You chose ours over the Lavazza.
Like more refreshing compared to that. It was like drinking gasoline.
Yeah, pretty much.
I drink coffee every single day, so which is the reason I wanted to do this test. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a brew when I get home.
Here you go. Oh, thank you.
Being a veteran, I like the Blackout Coffee Company anyway.
On the College Football Dogs website, you'll find a main page that features some of our biggest and newest stories. Our conference pages for content related to your favorite team's conference. Our team store, where we have products that are available all year long, as well as gear available for a limited time only. Our podcast page, where you can see when one of the 12 plus College Football Dogs podcasts is streaming live on social media. Our subscription page, where you can join our Discord. If you're interested in becoming a contributor at College Football Dogs, email us at info@collegefootballdogs.com. If you enjoy any College Football Dogs content, we really do appreciate any donations you can make by visiting the donate page on our website or scanning the QR code here.
From the cookie room to the hardwood, down to the court, with the ultimate sports show. We give you all the support, from football to basketball, from baseball to the rest. We got the golden boots. We promise you the best.
The Golden Boot Podcast is on the air!
Analysis and in-depth interviews. We bring the excitement. We bring the news.
The Golden Boot Podcast, Mondays and Fridays at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, only on the Dogs Media Network. Stay golden.
All right, welcome back to the Golden Boot Podcast. As promised, let's jump into this thing because I know, Dominic, you said you heard about it, but let's learn about this together. This is some kind of crazy situation. So I'll give you a little backstory. So Scottie Scheffler is the #1 golfer in the world. He's won, I believe, 4 major PGA Tour events. I'm not sure if he was the one that won the Masters this year or what. But the PGA Tour is held at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville, Kentucky, and that it's going on this week. He shot I believe it was a
5 under.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, that was after the fact, but before that, he shot a 4 under.
Yeah,
a 67 in the first round. So we're talking the second. We're talking the second round. So, and I don't remember exactly if he was coming out. I think he was going in. So yeah. So here's the story. So Scottie Scheffler, this is according to ABC News, the #1 golfer in the world, was arrested Friday morning for allegedly driving past a police roadblock at the Valhalla Golf Club. It's according to ESPN. The arrest came about an hour after a deadly accident near the golf course. The deadly accident was a shuttle that takes people back and forth from hotels to the club for the event, struck a pedestrian and killed said pedestrian. Condolences to the family. So they had the road blocked off and doing, trying to keep traffic at a minimum or whatever. So yeah, around 5 a.m., a man was fatally struck by a shuttle bus as he tried to cross a road near the course holding the PGA Championship, according to a statement released by Louisville Metro Police Department. The roadblocks and confusion over the accident allegedly led Scheffler to drive past police who were on site, according to reports from ESPN. This morning, I was proceeding as directed by police officers, Scheffler said in a statement on social media. It was a very chaotic situation, understandably so, considering the tragic event that had occurred earlier, and there was a big misunderstanding of what I thought I was being asked to do. I never intended to disregard any of the instructions. I'm hopeful to put this aside and focus on golf today. So, pausing there. This is a very strange situation. So, if you look, and I do have a video, we'll show it in a minute. Louisville Metro, I don't know if it was raining or what, but they were out on the street kind of in these green jackets or whatever. And I don't know if he just didn't realize, because at first the statement was he didn't know he was a police officer, is what he actually told one of the cops. So, of course, the cop wasn't hearing it. Oh, boo, that kind of thing. But if you don't know the area, if you don't know what they're wearing, and they're wearing a coat over their uniform, it could be kind of, misconstrued. So going further, let's see. So where is it? Let's see. Scheffler was released from jail after processing around 8:40 a.m. Returned the course about an hour before his 10:08 tee time. He ended up shooting a 6 under and moved into the top 5 by the time he finished his round, despite many rainy conditions. And that was after being arrested. A police officer attempted to attach himself. So this is what did it right here. A police officer attempted to attach himself to Scheffler's car, and Scheffler then stopped his vehicle at the entrance to Valhalla, according to ESPN reporter Jeff Darlington, who witnessed the altercation take place right in front of him. The police officer then began to scream at Scheffler to get out of the car. When Scheffler exited the vehicle, the officer shoved Scheffler against the car and immediately placed him in handcuffs. He's now being detained in the back of a police car. Scheffler refused to comply with the police officer's request to stop and accelerated forward, in quotations, dragging the detective to the ground, according to the police report. The officer was taken to the hospital after suffering pain and swelling and abrasions to his left wrist and knee. This is the kicker. The detective's uniform pants, valued at approximately $80, were damaged beyond repair, according to the report. Now, I get it. Yeah. Well, that's like
That kind of looks like military.
it kind of looks, well, it's still in yet. That's like the captain's uniform. That's not what they wear. But like, okay. This is crazy. Yes, he did win the Masters this year. Right. So he's number one top dog. So he's driving himself to the course, gets confused. He's sitting there waiting in traffic or whatever. Didn't probably, misunderstood an officer's orders. But look, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this. If you're an officer of the law and you're on the side of the road, the smart thing to do is, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab the license plate and I'm going to figure it out later. Yeah. Instead of trying to grab onto a moving car.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the cop is at fault, but you got to be a little smarter here.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the same situation. I'm an officer. I'm not going to grab onto a moving car that obviously didn't hear what the heck I'm saying, or disobeyed an order. I'm not going to grab onto, and also, is this really a situation where it's warranted that you put your life on the line when dude literally is just going around a stopped bus and turning it into the golf? I mean, like, I don't understand the officer's train of mode of thought here. Hey, let me grab onto this moving vehicle. He's it's not, you don't know if he's not, obviously not a threat. He's not trying to run somebody over. I don't know. It's a little crazy. And the fact that, he was drug out, the officer reached in. Well, it goes on to say that the officer then took out his flashlight. So he's going down the road, beats the window with his flashlight. Scheffler then slams on the brakes. The officer runs around the car with his hand on his gun, reaches in the window, undoes his door, drags him out, throws him against the car, cuffs him, and we know he got booked and then whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot just for a dude trying to get into the golf course.
I feel like a warning might have been sufficient.
I feel like, hey man, did you hear what I just said? And a simple yes or no could have warranted, or like I said, take a picture of the license plate, and then deal with it later. Like, is he trying to run somebody over? Like,
so I pulled up their regular and their pictures online, and they look like regular police uniforms.
Well, yeah, sure, but they were wearing this green rain jacket.
Yeah,
like the reflected,
construction worker.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it could be easily misconstrued there.
So there is one good part about the story, though.
Yeah,
he warmed up in jail before getting released.
Yes, he did.
Awesome.
And it didn't take him very long to get released. But but I say all that to say this: the fact that the Louisville Police Department put in the police report that his $80 pants were damaged beyond repair, to a golfer that makes hundreds of thousands of dollars is just it's a stretch.
Hundreds of thousands.
Replace the pants,
bro. I mean, if he's,
he made hundreds of thousands while he was sitting in jail.
Well, yeah, millions, whatever you want to say. But I mean, it makes $300,000 a minute, something like that. It's quite funny. Barstool actually took that and was like, wait, they're harping about an $80 pair of pants and all this, let alone so they don't focus on the possible assault charge because the officer grabbed on the handle, but they're harping about an $80 pair of pants.
Hey, as long as he gets his
So,
pants.
Yeah. Was 4 under on day 1, did win the Masters, and just had a brand new baby.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Valhalla, as terrible as it is, they have a specific lane for the golfers to get into and have pre-passes to be sent straight through. So he was trying to get to that lane, obviously.
How the heck
There
do
were
you guys know all this stuff?
because he does extremely detailed dive-in information,
I'm
like
beyond impressed right now.
research. There were event staff directing traffic as well as accident responders directing traffic. So you had event staff directing traffic and the police. And apparently they were telling each other they weren't working with each other very well. No, it's not. Event staff told him to drive through. The detective is the one that escalated the situation. Right. So
I'm sure everything will be dropped. He'll
well, I
probably
mean,
send
here's
him
the
a pair
thing.
of
If
pants.
an event staff is standing out there, right, and they're helping with a situation, they see Scheffler's car, they know who it is, and say, "Here, come on." He goes around. What difference does it make, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be, and it's a big L. Everybody says it's a big L on Louisville Police Department. They did not have to escalate it. They didn't have to throw an assault charge, like, and it apparently didn't matter because he shot a 600 today and is now in the top 5. So, kudos to him. That's probably the best athletic showing after getting arrested we'll ever see.
If he ends up winning the tournament, it'll be the greatest golf story of all time to tell. when
Oh,
he retired.
yeah, by far. If he ends up winning the tournament, that he's going to be remembered as, you realize right before the second round, this dude went to jail.
Yeah.
They drug him out of his car, threw him in jail. He warmed up in a jail cell, came out, shot a 600 on Friday morning to get in the top 5, and ended up winning the whole thing. That'll be one of the best sports stories to go down in history. So everybody watching in the comments, even if you're not a golf guy, what do you think about this? It's pretty hilarious. Do you think that Scheffler's in the wrong here? Do you think it's just a misunderstanding on both ends? I'm kind of leaning that way. And I don't think anything will come of it, but what do you think? I mean, you got to give me some feedback here. Chris has given me 5 different comments of feedback, but I know somebody's got to have an opinion on this. Matt, you're in Kentucky, so you should know a little bit about this. I'm sure it's probably been talked about on multiple fronts. But yeah, it's it's definitely something that I was very interested to see for sure.
I think if the cop wouldn't have grabbed the handle, it wouldn't have been an assault charge to begin with. It wasn't anything.
Correct. Disobeying it. If they want to throw disobeying an order in there, it's definitely not a situation of of an assault charge for sure.
Yeah, no.
It's
not like he turned the wheel and was trying to run the guy over.
Cody, again, you're seeing ghosts over there. What?
No, your sound just like changed all of a sudden. It's kind of startled me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was normal. They just went.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, it's good now. It's all good now.
Okay. I may have gotten too close. James Fender says it's a weird story. Maybe they're both at fault a little. I think both have blame. Scottie for trying to go around in courtesy car from Turney on median officer for escalation. It's probably the biggest story since Tiger Woods. Yeah, I would say that. If he ends up winning the tournament, it'll definitely be remembered as one of the greatest golf stories, for sure. All right, so moving on, because we might as well jump into this. So let's get into icebreakers, and then we'll talk about we'll jump into some icebreakers, and then here in a bit we'll jump into the NFL schedule. Let's do this. It just dawned on me. I could have totally used the breaking news thing for that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't. So
it's all good.
Somebody sue me. All right, so gotta talk about this. This is fantastic. The Bronny James, listed height of 6'4" on every roster he's ever played on, measured just 6'1" at the NBA scouting combine. Now, that is absolutely hilarious. This man is literally 1 inch taller than I am.
But he's been
and
killing it.
the fact that, I mean, yeah, he's been killing.
How's your jump shot, George?
Pretty bad. Pretty terrible. But I mean, this is great to me because, like, the truth is coming out, right? We see, I mean, I know Bronny's probably, he's got a good talent level, whatever. But man, when somebody lies and gives you 3 extra inches, I know there's other players that this happens to, but when you're Bronny James, you should know that when you go to the NBA, they're going to do your exact height and it's all going to come out and they're going to be like, oh, come on, man. LeBron's son giving himself 3 inches on every roster he's ever played on.
I mean, how would you feel if your dad was 6'9" and you got stuck at 6'1"?
But nobody's ever measured him. Like,
Oh,
in all
no.
these teams he's ever played on, nobody's ever done
No,
like,
no,
a
no,
sports physical
no.
or-
They do that. The point we're making is they've been lying and saying he's 6'4", when really he's 6'1".
Well, then I'm 5'7".
Yeah, you are. That's right. I'm 6'4". I could say that. I'm not at all. But I mean, come on. This is laughable. All the hype around Bronny, and we find out he's actually 3 inches shorter than he actually said he was.
That's a great picture too, by the way.
So
it really is.
Leaning weird.
But I have seen that he is doing very well in the combine.
He is. He really is.
And that's good. But I think his height absolutely scares some teams.
If he doesn't get somehow picked up by the Lakers, he's just going to bounce around.
He's going to bounce around. He's going to, yeah, I think so. I bet Sarah could beat him in a game of one-on-one. Maybe he should go to Arkansas, Matt. Matt, maybe he should. I would not. It would not surprise me if Calipari pulled a fast one and pulled him out of the combine to Arkansas. Now, I don't know how he's going to have as much playing minutes as the other guys, but it is what it is there. But I mean, what do you guys think of this? Because I'm like, really, this is just laughable to me.
That's publicity, good or bad.
Yeah, it is publicity. I mean, the thing is that he is being talked about. So, rumors are the Hawks plan to draft him at 1 and try to sign his dad. Man, listen, if Bronny James goes number 1 overall because of his name, come on. There's no way.
Hey, that being said, though, did you see Zach Edey running the 3/4 courts?
Mm-mm.
Dude. Okay, so a few months ago, or probably a month or so ago, we shared a video of him pitching in high school, right?
Yeah.
Well, recently he threw out a first pitch. He does not look anywhere near what he looked like in high school.
Right.
And but the video came out and he legit looks like an awkward big guy running. And it's weird considering how athletic he is on the court.
He's athletic.
But like he's like
looks like a robot.
Yeah.
He literally looks like somebody should oil up his hinges or something. Like a 10-man trying to run a 40.
It's exactly what he looked like, dude.
Literally, yes. I know. I saw the video and I immediately thought 10-man from the Wizard of Oz. There he is, folks, live and in action.
It's like going to the Renaissance Fair and seeing the
he couldn't hold Reed Shepherd's jockstrap, Chris. Oh Lord. Hey, Matt, there are other basketball players than Kentucky players. I just didn't know if you knew that or not. I mean, Reed Shepherd's good, but like,
yeah, pretty dang good.
There are some other players out there, bro. Anyway, but this is an interesting deal. Report: Xavier Worthy's car was stolen overnight from his apartment complex in Kansas City. I love the comment down here. Rashid Rice trying everything to stay wide receiver 1.
That's funny. That is funny.
This is real. This is not a joke. His car was actually stolen from his apartment complex in Kansas City, which is why we talked about it not too long ago. Crime in Kansas City is on an uptick big time, majorly. Like, it's really, really bad in Kansas City right now. And that's why, unbeknownst to everybody else, but that's why the Chiefs were entertaining building a stadium somewhere else. I don't think that that's going to happen now because they have alleviated some of the disagreements that they have with the city. But I can guarantee you that the security is going to be really, 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 really tight in the blocks around the stadium. Because I mean, you got to think, if we're hearing about a player's car getting stolen, what else is happening in Kansas City?
Oh, yeah. And also the fact that why the heck is someone that was drafted as high as he was, that's getting the payday that he's getting, be living in an apartment?
That was my question.
That was her question.
Like, I understand you have the process of buying a house takes a minute. I get that.
Yep.
But you would think that someone in the organization would have like a house or a dorm or something that they could use.
Kansas City and some of these other big cities have like those like fancy gated communities.
Mm-hmm.
So he may be somewhere like that. I don't really know. I did look up his NIL deal, even if he hasn't gotten a payday from Kansas City or anybody else yet. And he's got some pretty good NIL deals and NIL money. So
$750,000.
I don't know. I've heard of guys in the NFL just, picking a random apartment and having roommates and stuff. But
yeah,
in Kansas City, I don't think I would do that.
Which, I mean, I wouldn't buy a house until after like all the like mini camps and cuts and all that were done.
No.
But yeah, actually, who am I kidding? I probably wouldn't even buy a house in the city. To be honest, I would probably I would rent something, but it would be in a nicer area.
Well, and speaking of Kansas City, we might as well get this out of the way. And this is like, we're not going to go into the controversy of what he said or the political side of things, but here's my take on this. Okay, the speech was given at a Catholic college, in front of a bunch of Catholics, and a few got offended by it, went and found a group of minority people that were louder than the majority. And the reason I say that is because Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker's jersey is now the highest selling jersey in the entire NFL. And that was like 6 hours after the controversy broke. So this is not like people made a huge deal about his women speech and you can find it and go, we're not going to show it, we're not going to talk about it, but it just goes to show this, that the majority of people were on this side of the aisle, and it really shouldn't have been made out to be a bigger deal than it actually was. Now, Chris's comment, which is worse, Xavier Worthy's car being stolen, or the city government of Kansas City doxing Harrison Butker by posting, "This is the town he lives in." Yeah, this was really bad for the city of Kansas City. They told him that, oh, by the way, Harrison Butker doesn't live in Kansas City. He lives in Lee Summit, which is a suburb of Kansas City.
I mean, Lee Summit's pretty huge, though.
It is big, but they're saying we don't have any, like, we're not claiming them, kind of thing.
Sure.
And again, this was blown out of proportion.
Remember that when he's winning games for you next year.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does not matter. And again, jersey sales speak volumes. The fact that people are going out and paying their hard-earned money for the jersey of the guy that's involved in this huge controversy speaks volumes. And that's all. That's it.
Yep.
I'm jealous of the guy. Think about it. I mean, just the last few months, he's gotten a Super Bowl. So that means he got a Super Bowl bonus. He got whatever contract. reconstructions they have to do for that. Then he gets paid for his speech at this college. Now he gets this extra incentives from his jersey. Like, must be nice.
It must be nice.
Kind of want to be part of cancel culture one day, I think.
Again, publicity, even if it's bad, isn't always bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's, well, here's the thing, though. I don't see haters of, man, I can't stand Harrison Butker. You know what I'm going to do? Get back at him. I'm going to go online to Fanatics and buy his jersey. Like, that doesn't happen.
I bet to say, I'm waiting on someone to go buy his jersey and have a video of them burning it. Like, I'm just waiting on it.
You know what? And he's not going to care. You know why? Because he made his money off of it.
But say, here's $120.
I mean, come on, really? So it's wild.
I mean,
it's just crazy.
I wouldn't care what you did with it. You bought it in the first place. Like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
No. So anyway, I knew that was going to come up, so I might as well break that. But before we go to break, I do have. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to show this here. We might as well. We talked about Scottie Scheffler. Here's the video. It just came through for some reason. But here's the video of the Metro Police giving an explanation to the reporter.
Guys. Dude, step back. I'm back.
You're getting one, right?
Guys.
What are we
Dude, I'm staying back.
Here's the thing. Right now, he's going to jail.
Okay.
He's going to jail, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Period. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have?
First, I'm media. I'm a reporter. Okay. So that's all. I just want to make sure that's known.
Okay, but you need to step back over here now.
No problem. You got it. Okay.
So, yeah, right now he's going to jail, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
I don't think he was trying to do anything about it. He just wanted to know more information.
You're right. It was no, he wasn't trying to do anything about it.
His version of step back was
Sarah deserves her own box.
Oh, my own little box on the thing.
Oh, well, yeah, but the problem is that Sarah's laptop, which is what she would be going through.
That would not be pretty, guys.
It wouldn't be pretty. It'd be blurry. It'd be nasty. She didn't have a good camera.
I need a new laptop.
Yeah, she does. But
and then I have to find somewhere else to go, and I'd rather just sit here.
Yeah.
And drink my drink.
That's right. We got 3 minutes. So what do you guys think of the whole Butker situation without going into too much detail? I mean, it just kind of is what it is for me. And I don't know.
I'm only familiar with a little bit of it because I've only seen some excerpts here or there, but I didn't really have a problem with what he said. So, I mean, I could go back and learn more and hear the whole thing, I'm sure, but the little excerpt that I heard, I didn't have much of a problem with it, and it didn't sound like he was putting anybody down. It was just kind of his situation and what was best for him and what he recommended for some people to do.
Sarah, you're officially the 4th host of Golden Boot Podcast. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Oh man. Well, when we come back, we're gonna see something from Coach Dabo Sweeney is at it again for Clemson, boy. Lord have mercy, this man is against the transfer portal. And it ain't even funny. So we'll talk about that here soon. Plus, we'll dive into the NFL schedule here in just a minute. Just stay with us. We'll be right back in the Golden Boot Podcast. Stay golden. We'll see you in a few.
Yum, get your some. Yum, get your some. Yum, get your some.
seasoning, food's favorite flavor.
Yum, yum, get you some.
I'm Joe Burrito, your favorite burrito. Whoa!
Joe, we
Hey.
all know you're the best.
What?
But you can always do better.
What you got?
Try the new Dano's Hot Chipotle.
Hey. Ooh, that's spicy. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum, get you some.
Malo is my French bulldog. He made my heart bigger when he came in my life. He never really liked his food. He wouldn't eat till like 10 o'clock at night. To me, it was saying, oh, I guess I don't want to starve. He was having skin breakouts, and putting the two and two together, what you put into your body is what you get out. I know that if I'm eating a bunch of processed food, I'm not going to feel good. That kind of led me to Farmer's Dog. Immediately, his skin issues went away. I love what they're doing. It's already portioned out. He's eating whole foods. It's amazing.
Icy Breeze is the world's first portable air conditioner and cooler. A premium ice cooler that doubles as an eco-friendly portable air conditioner. This is not a swamp cooler, just blowing air across ice. Over 60 parts and components allow Icy Breeze to achieve what no other product in the world can do. The secret behind the Icy Breeze is an innovative design that circulates chilled ice water through a heat exchanger in the lid, replacing the Freon used in most ACs. Fresh air is drawn from hidden vents in the top of the cooler, pulled across the exchanger, and chilled down to 35 degrees cooler than the outside air. A 3-speed fan control delivers Icy Breeze's dry, cold air up to 25 miles per hour, just like a car AC. And a stay-put flex hose directs the breeze in any direction. Wherever you need it, Icy Breeze helps you beat the heat.
Yo, what up? Darren McFadden here. Want to send a huge shout out to the Golden Boo podcast, man. Airing on Mondays and Fridays, 8:30 Central Time. I look forward to catching up with you guys, man. Have a good one.
Welcome back to the Golden Boot Podcast. What did you so during the break, Sarah goes, I wish I could figure out how to lower my chair. And I said, you just reach and there on your chair and there's a lever. And she goes, well, I can't find it. I was like, it's to the right and down. Like she goes, I knew it was there. I just couldn't find it. Did you find it?
Yes, now my feet touch the floor.
All right, good. So I had to show her where it was. Anyway, welcome back. This one right here is just hilarious. Coach Dabo Swinney. Most of the guys in the portal aren't good enough to play for us.
We're cheap enough.
We're cheap enough. Yeah, we're cheap enough. Man, Dabo, I don't. What happened?
I'm rooting for him on this one. I really am.
I mean, I'm rooting for him too, in the sense of, the transfer portal is kind of the one of the factors of ruining college football as we know it. But oh man, does this make you look bad to anybody who is in support of the transfer portal?
Well, think about it this way. A lot of the guys that are going in the transfer portal, I won't say all, I won't say most, but a lot of the ones that are going in the transfer portal are guys that didn't like the authority of their coaches, didn't like their teams, didn't feel like they got enough playing time, didn't want to ride the bench. So they're looking to go to teams that they're going to get better chances at. And a lot of the times they downgrade, so to speak, from a higher level conference or like the SEC, for example, to maybe a conference that isn't shown on TV as much, isn't as big of a conference. So in that respect, if that's what he's talking about, then he would probably be right. But that might have been a poor choice of words and a poor way to say it.
Yeah.
And you already know, too, that was pulled from like an article or a longer quote or something for sure.
Oh, something. I'm sure he didn't tell a reporter straight that, but I'm sure it's something like that.
I mean, even if he did, he's not totally wrong.
Yeah. It's just it's a very poor choice of words. Because, I mean, teams have benefited from the transfer portal, and they've not benefited from it. It's just the nature of the beast. Dabo has chosen not to participate in either. So, it just kind of is what it is there. And I got a question for everybody here. All right. This came across a couple of SEC pages. So Florida, let's talk about Florida. In 2024, Florida has added the number one QB in DJ Lagway, the number one defensive lineman in LJ McCray, number 1 offensive lineman, and Jason Zandamela. The number 1 CB, Cormani McLean, and the number 6 linebacker, Aaron Childs. Number 8 tight end, number 9 line, so on and so forth. Does this? I already know the answer to this. I know that this will help Florida, but is it going to be an absolute astronomical improvement from last year? Because here's my thing. I think Florida's going to be improved, but I still think they have a coaching problem. In all honesty, they had talent last year, and they didn't have the right. Napier did not coach them the right way at all. In my opinion, do you agree, Cody?
Yeah, I think with what he's adding, I think he's showing that he's really trying to get this team where they need to be. With the Cormani McLean signing, that's actually an interesting signing. So he was the number 1 cornerback in his class, right? He was committed to Florida for like the longest, and then he goes to and then he commits to Deion Sanders or whatever. And the biggest thing with him too is that they had a lot of back and forth with Sanders. Like they just did not click at all. But when he went to Florida, he didn't get a scholarship.
Right.
He got an NIL deal type scholarship to come to Florida. That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. 5-7 for the Gators, 2 coming in hot. So
I think this is going to be a repeat of the Texas A&M number 1 recruiting class.
Ooh. Ouch.
Oof. Ouch. Chris apparently agrees with you. Florida is going to be the worst team in the SEC. By the way, a legend in the house, Randy Jowers. He's joined the show before. Thank you, Randy, for joining. He says Sunbelt Billy. I can't agree more. Napier has always been a solid recruiter. His X's and O's during the game suck. Exactly. Dominic, you summed it up perfectly. 100%. Most terrible. I mean, you watch his game, and it doesn't make any sense. Like it'll be their defense won't let the other team score, but then their offense looks like it's slugging through mud because they do nothing but try to run the ball in the teeth of the defense. Like what?
And throws a pick six.
And throw a pick six. Like what is happening?
Is Napier or Coach O in the making?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
Vanderbilt
QB Diego Pavia is better than Cabe Klubnik. It's Klubnik, right? Not Kubnik. I think it's Klubnik. He can actually win. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to look that up because if there's no L in his name, and I've been calling it no, it's Klubnik. It is Klubnik. Cade Klubnik. Klubnick. All right. Or Nik.
I'm going to highly disagree with Chris on this one. I think Diego Pavia is a great quarterback. I think what he did, leading up to his time to transfer to Vanderbilt was a very good thing. But man, dude, Cade is he's a solid quarterback. He really is. He just needs more talent around him. But his skill, he's got day one talent.
Kentucky finished in 7-5 because that's who Stoops is. Matt Short says 9-3. Of course he does.
11-1. Let's go. No, I'm just
I thought he was going to say 11-1. To be honest, saying 9-3. That's a little more fair. That's a little more fair. He's not Coach O. O got a ring. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, is O the reason for that ring though?
I mean, is O the reason those players were there?
Yeah, sure. You can give him that.
You can give him some credit. Klubnik is mid. Mid.
He's got a good upside to him.
Sorry, I had to say it right. Post the final of the Orange Bowl, Clemson. Right, exactly. Coaches win rings. Yeah. And from what I've seen so far, Billy Napier ain't that type of coach. Sorry. And Florida fans, if there's some Gator fans that watch this show, if you're watching right now, comment in if I'm wrong. Y'all ain't gonna put up with it for much longer. You guys, to be quite honest, Florida alumni, Florida fans, Florida administration, You no matter if you are the worst team in the SEC, you always believe you're the best. And when the results don't line up, it does not take very long before something happens. So,
Are you speaking from experience, George?
oh yeah, no. If you're gonna say 7-5, why not 9-3? I don't know. I didn't say either. That was actually Randy Jowers that said 7-5. So, but yeah, I don't know. A little bit different here. We're because 9 wins is above Stoops' ability. 9 is more than 7. That's why. So going. Let's go a different direction here. We'll save that. Did y'all see this? Now look, I know we talk about different players or whatever. Trevor Lawrence, okay, great college quarterback, great quarterback in Clemson. But Dominic, even I think you can agree here. What the heck has he done for the Jacksonville yet to deserve $200 to $300 million extension solely because literally the only reason, and this is absolutely like a quote somebody said, but they're trying to justify the reason they're giving him 200 to 300 million because of the hype around him coming out of college. He's produced at the level of a career backup. I can't disagree with that, and like I know that it's the market, Randy. I know it's the market. He's worth it because the market says he's worth it.
It's true.
Okay, I get that, but when I like? So what is he gonna? What would he do? Where would he go?
Well,
what team would he want to go to, or what team is going to pick him up if Jacksonville says, you know what, but since you've been here, I don't think you've produced enough.
I'd pick him up in a heartbeat and wouldn't think twice about it.
$200-300 million.
I mean, last year he was top 10 in passing yards in the NFL, top 15 in touchdown passes. I mean,
he won the AFC wild card and got into the AFC divisional.
Yeah, that's true.
For Jacksonville, that's like a big deal.
Yeah,
it's true.
And this year though, he has a pretty special team on him this year. So, they added Brian Thomas Jr., but he also has Evan Ingram. He also has Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and then he's got his college teammate Travis Etienne. So, I mean, if there was a year for him to do it, he should probably do it this year.
Yeah, I mean, this year has been good. His first year wasn't great. He did This year's been better. But like, I mean, come on. They have been much better since Lawrence has been there. I'll give you that. They've not had a great quarterback. And I know the market is there. Like, the division is mid. Yes, he looks good because that division is mid. That I will agree with. Put Jacksonville in, say, Kansas City's division. Put Jacksonville in NFC North. Like, it would be hard pressed for him to have the numbers he had last year. And that's kind of the deal. Hasn't he already won at least one playoff game? Yeah, he did.
He did.
He has won a playoff game.
He won the wild card.
If here I'll end this argument with this. If Jacksonville feels like winning one playoff game is enough to pay the man market level value, that's on Jacksonville, right? Who am I to judge? I just wanted to know what your guys' thoughts are.
Well, here's a question. Who's been the better investment, Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow?
Ooh, man.
And we know I love Joe Burrow.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, I feel like Joe would have had a good season last year if he didn't get injured, though.
But coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You're right.
So,
I actually expected Trevor Lawrence to get injured because he came off as a little soft.
Yeah.
But he hasn't, and he took some hits. He's a pretty tough dude.
He is the real life sunshine.
Mark Brunell ain't walking through that door. Yeah.
Love that reference, Cody.
Brock Vandegrift.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know why we're talking about Brock Vandegrift, but yes.
Trevor's almost as good as Brock.
Yeah. Joe teetering on injury prone. Yeah.
He is. And I hate to say that.
I hate to say it, but he's close. Trevor Lawrence, I think Joe Burrow discussion should be is he soft? He cannot stay on the field. I agree. I mean, that was the thing. So in that magic run with LSU, I don't think he took very many hits. I don't think I don't think anybody got to him very much at all.
I mean, he got touched a little bit, but yeah, his offensive line was just awesome. So
that and that goes to testament of the difference between college and NFL, right?
Mhm.
So colleges can have absolute 5-star studs, 300-pound offensive linemen going against teams that have 200, 220-pound defensive linemen, and that's the best you're going to get against them all year long.
Yeah.
NFL is a totally different story. You're going to have a really, really tough time just sitting in the pocket throwing the ball. And that's what? Oh, well, scoot on over here.
My whole head is out.
You're the one who dropped your chair down. Scoot on over. But yeah, Randy says, I'm not going to say soft, but it's time to start thinking about the injuries. Yeah,
it is. It truly is. Yeah.
I agree entirely.
Which is why I was surprised that Spencer Rattler went so far down in the draft, because he is used to taking those hits. And I feel like that's something that NFL teams should consider, maybe even if they don't have the stats as high as some other guys, if they're used to taking the hits and they know that they don't have the best O-line or the best whatever to protect the quarterback, then at least they know that their guy's used to it and he's not made of glass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into this. Dominic, you actually messaged me about this earlier in the week. Before I show this picture, I want one word to describe this picture that I'm about to show you. Just one word out of everyone in the comments. One word. One word. This uniform. One word to describe it, please.
Fire.
Just one word.
Soccer.
Fire.
Soccer. Green Bay fans have been spoiled with QBs. Yes, we have. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie there. Abomination.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah. And what can I ask? What the hell happened to Daniel Jones, man? He looks like he looks like a deer in headlights. Like what happened to him?
It also reminds me of a jockey, like a racing
yes.
jockey.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a number. It looks like a marathon runner plastered to his chest.
That's you. What is that?
That is the Giants throwback 100-year anniversary uniforms that they'll be using this season.
Just for a special game, or?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So 100 years ago, they're like, "Oh man, hey, we need some new uniforms. I don't have a lot of red. I don't have enough red, and I have a little bit of blue. Can I just throw it together? Like that's what it looks
like. Stitch it together like this. Oh god, it's terrible. The colors are so bad.
Like I just picture a little old woman with like just like those extra scraps in her like crochet bin, just pulling them out and just sewing it together.
If that's what they went with, I want to see what that choice beat out. Yes,
oh god, yes,
Dominic. Yes, I would love to see the choices that they had to pick from besides this. And if they were better,
go ahead. Sorry,
I was just going to say if they were better, then that just sums up the Giants, the Giants organization as a whole.
How come like these pro teams they don't like have like yearly like a fan vote where you get to like vote on like a bunch of different alternative uniforms and like the best one gets used like the last week of the season or something?
Yeah,
like I would love that.
I think the jerseys are from 39, the yellow pants are from 38, and the helmets are from 37 or something. I don't know. Man, just weird.
Have y'all seen the throwback uniforms that the Steelers bring out every once in a while that look like bumblebees?
Yes.
I feel like this is better than that.
Yes.
If I had to choose between them, but neither one is great.
I'll agree with you on that one.
It's pretty bad. And meanwhile, fresh out of college, boy, does he look like a 40-year-old quarterback. That's Brock Bowers, by the way. Yes. Yeah.
Brother.
Brother.
Welcome,
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Sorry for cursing.
Yep. That's Brock Bowers looks like he's been in the NFL for a decade already in Raiders camp. I know he's gonna be good, but this picture is great.
Next year, going into camp, you're going to see him miraculously have hair because he's going to go to Turkey and get those hair plugs.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go to he's gonna call Bosley, and
Exactly.
he's gonna be a Bosley man and be a spokesperson for Bosley. And he's gonna
Dude,
have
that would be genius, actually.
Word is that Bo Nix is looking really, really good in Denver. I'm sure he is because
I would hope so.
any kind of improvement from Russell Wilson is going to make any quarterback look really, really good in Denver. Russell Wilson just didn't fit that system, and I'm still scratching my head as to why you pick up Justin Fields and Russell Wilson as the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why? Why are we? Why? I still don't understand that whatsoever. But to each his own. But yeah, boy, Brock Bowers. Both Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are in Pittsburgh. Am I saying that right? That's right, isn't it? Yes. Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Me understand that. It made no sense when I heard that.
Totally different style quarterbacks.
And why are we at the same team? Why?
Oh well, I guess if one doesn't work, this one will. I guess.
I guess, man. I don't know.
Process of elimination.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess. Let's see what else I got here.
Is Justin Fields the one that gets hurt a lot?
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
He gets lit up a lot. I about to say I sent you some pretty cool things, I think.
Yeah, you did. I think you did.
I sent a couple.
Yeah, you did. Here you go.
Okay,
this
cool.
one,
Yeah.
This one being there. You go. So, what's this picture? This is
So Paul Skeens officially in the majors now, and Livy Dunn his girlfriend. So someone got a Livy Dunn jersey for the Pirates. It's fantastic.
It's great.
By the way, Paul Skeens 6 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts today, no hits. Struck out the first 7 Cubs batters. First Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher to have 11 strikeouts at Wrigley Field.
Absolutely fantastic. He dominated that game. Dominated. So kudos to him. This here is great. I saw
that is
this.
My favorite.
This is great.
That's genius.
So I don't know if it was the city or an HOA or something. It's the number with the GF name on the back too. Yeah, exactly. So I saw it with 2 pictures. I saw the boat in there with the gate open, and guy said the city told me that I need to put up a fence to hide my boat and do this. So he put up a fence, all right, and painted. Literally, this is all hand painted. A picture of the gate being open with his boat on the front of the fence in the driveway. Like, that is high level trolling as I've ever seen it before. And I would love to hear their reaction, because technically he did exactly what they said.
It's true.
Because he didn't get permission.
But it's so funny to me. He puts up a fence, and it looks exactly the same as it would if it didn't have one.
I mean, this paint job is immaculate.
Oh, yeah. And he spent a ton of money on it. I know he did.
Oh, yeah.
He had somebody come in and do it really professionally, but daggum, that is just great. Big old middle finger to whatever town you're living in. Yeah, that is the epitome of a middle finger held high. Yes. Yes. 100%. Okay, in 1906, a town ball player in Pennsylvania named B.F. Hicks was hit by a train while pursuing a fly ball. When his dead body was found, he was holding the baseball. Wow. That's something. I'm sorry. I'm not running after a fly ball that with that much urgency to get killed by it.
I was about to say, and you would have to hear the train coming, especially back
You
then. Them
got,
things
I
were
mean, you would,
loud.
I would hope. I know in 1906, like trains weren't very fast,
They're
but
very
they were
loud.
probably the loudest thing out there. I would say.
I mean, it must
And
have been pretty dang fast if it was hard enough to kill him.
yeah, wow, it's crazy.
Tell me you have bad luck without telling me you have bad luck.
Yes.
Yeah, right. What Chris said, was he deaf? Yeah, greatest catch ever. Yeah, I would say there's not going to be another person that's going to catch a ball, a fly ball, and die, and keep the catch in their hand.
But did they win the game? Because that catch means nothing if they didn't win the game.
Well, let's see. So it was after a long foul. He was gazing into the air of the ball when his comrades shouted to him that the train was bearing down on him. So interested in getting the ball that he failed to take the warning. Just as he caught the ball, the engine struck him. When the body was picked up, the ball was still clutched in his hand. It doesn't say if they won the game or not.
Wow.
So I know who didn't win the game. More on that later. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Who didn't win a game? I'm just curious of who didn't win a game.
Ole Miss didn't win a game. I know that much.
I know right now Arkansas, just give everybody an update. It was 3-3 in the 7th. Arkansas has taken the lead on A&M 6-3, top of the 9th. Thank the Lord, because last night was rough. We'll get on that in a little bit.
Yeah, y'all needed that.
Last night was rough. Okay, so here let's do this. Actually, no, let's not do that yet. What we'll do is we'll begin. Let's we got 4 minutes to the next break. All right, I need everybody to look here. Actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and share this. I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. I'll go ahead and do that. All right, check this out. Can anybody see this? Looky here.
See what?
You can't see anything, can you?
Mm-mm.
No, because it's right here.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. You probably can't read it, but I'm gonna look at it. So this article here, by FanDuel, the 2024 NFL schedule dropped. These are the biggest winners and biggest losers, of the schedule wise. So the Green Bay Packers are one of the biggest winners. Things didn't change a ton. The biggest gainer in the league didn't even go up 1/10 of a win. But the NFL is a tough sport, so you'll take what you can get. Biggest advantage for the Packers is that they have 0 games where they face a team coming off a bye. They also turn a road game into a neutral site when they face the Eagles in Brazil, which, by the way, temperatures in that part of the year is supposed to be in like the mid-60s. So I read somewhere that both of these teams should have a pretty good advantage. They're not going to be tired, people think that the temperature in Brazil would be astronomically higher. It's not.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it's going to be so they're going to have way less humidity there than they would where they're practicing at. So Packers have a great chance to get off to a hot start. They play the Colts, the Vikings, Cardinals, all at home across the following 5 weeks, and they mix in very winnable road game against the Tennessee Titans. Things get tougher from there, but this should put them in a good spot. Isn't enough to get me to bite on the Packers win total. Oh, he's just talking about over under. Over is 9.5. Betting odds are 134. We're not getting much value there because this is all about betting stuff. But there you go. The Jets are another winner. Thought of taking the under. I still think that it's just a little bit thinner. The Jets story is the same. They have no games against teams coming off a bye, and they converted a road game into a neutral site thanks to a trip to London against the Vikings. So that will happen there. And we'll see if Aaron Rodgers survives game 1. So, boy, if he gets injured again, I don't know what'll happen.
He had to retire. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
There's no way. Real quick, New England Patriots. The Patriots deserve a little bit of a check here. It was Chad Pennington, DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson, man, I remember him.
Brickashaw Ferguson, yeah. Based on the factors we knew before Wednesday, the Patriots had the toughest schedule in the entire league by the numbers, and they have the second highest opposing average win total. Still true, but things are a little less harsh. The Patriots would be expected to win 6.5 games this year, but once you add in the schedule they face, it falls to 5.7. That's why the Patriots win total looks so low despite a solid defense and a steady bridge quarterback and Jacoby Brissett. From a scheduling perspective, the Patriots face no teams coming off a bye like the Jets, like the Packers. Additionally, their bye leads into a game with Arizona, and you'll take that bump in one of their more winnable games. So more favorable for the Patriots since they were just abysmal last year. The losers. This is pretty harsh. Chicago Bears. Downgrading their schedule was the loss of a home date. They will not have another home date. They play Jacksonville in London, pushing them down to 8 games at Soldier Field. Luckily, that's the first London game for the Jags, so the Bears won't be at a travel disadvantage, but it's still a negative. The other key is the Bears will face the Packers in Week 11 as Green Bay comes off its bye. Given how tough the NFC North is, those margins matter greatly. Currently, my model is showing value is on the under. I have them at 8.1, and they're at plus 122 to go at 8.5, under 8.5 wins. I haven't pulled the trigger yet because betting against Williams is scary, but this gives a bit more incentive to finally take that next step. The Niners are losers in this one. They were the biggest losers last night in regards to the schedule. From week 7 to 13, they'll face 4 teams coming off their bye. Oof. That's bad enough. It's the largest number of any team in the league, but the teams getting the rest relief, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Bills.
Oof.
Yikes. Enjoy that middle finger headed your direction, San Francisco. The reason the Niners aren't lower is because they are so dang good. My model has them favored at least 3.5 in 3 by at least 3.5 in 3 of those 4 games. The one exception being the road trip to Buffalo. That game is their lowest win probability. This adds to their very already difficult schedule. It's 10th toughest in the league by my numbers. Second toughest for any team, double digit. Despite that, I still have the value of the 49ers to go over 11.5. They were able to largely replace their defensive departures, blah, blah, blah. Entering week 14, there's a chance the Niners' odds to win the NFC are longer than their current mark of plus 250. It also gives insurance they'd trade Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk while safeguarding you in case of suffer an injury or what have you. 4 teams off a bye, that sucks. Carolina Panthers continue to lose. This is the last one. This just seems harsh. 2 things deemed Carolina. They lost a home game. They faced New York in Munich, Germany. We're starting to go to multiple different countries now. London, Brazil, England, Brazil, and now Germany. That was previously their most winnable game on the schedule. So losing win equity there hurts. They gained very little with their bye. They faced the Kansas City Chiefs and Arrowhead following their Week 11 bye. Considering my model, the Panthers are as a 10.6 point underdog there. The Panthers have done some nice things trying to build infrastructure around Bryce Young, while it has them at 4.9 wins, with their total being high at 5.5. That is just abysmal. Other losers are the Eagles and Vikings, just because their schedule a little tougher. So tell me, who do you think is the biggest loser? And then we'll take a break.
Bears, man.
Yeah, that was wow.
That being said, though, Caleb Williams versus Trevor Lawrence, that is a matchup I've always wanted to see.
Yeah.
Like, because both their recruitments were very just like high profile.
Right.
I think that'd be a fun one to keep up with. Very excited about that one. And
Right.
then you also get a Monday Night Football matchup in week 3 or 4 between Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, that's what this was about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the Bengals for Joe Burrow, just to give you an idea. You got Tampa week 1, Kansas City, or Tampa. My God.
The Patriots?
New England week 1, Kansas City week 2, Washington week 3, Carolina, Baltimore, New York. It's a pretty tough schedule. The Browns, Eagles, Raiders, Baltimore, Chargers. They got a bye week finally in week 12.
Yeah.
That's a tough beginning schedule. The Browns, I don't think are going to be as good. New York's going to have problems. Washington's going to be better. Carolina is not going to be much better. But all of these teams are going to be improved besides those.
Yeah.
Chargers, the Raiders, Baltimore's definitely going to be a powerhouse to deal with. But then you come off your bye, you play Pittsburgh, Dallas, Tennessee, the Browns again, Broncos, with Bo Nix, I guess, is presumably going to be the starting quarterback, and then finish with Pittsburgh. So you got a chance to improve. So we'll see. Hey, there we go. Better late than never. Good to see Cody's alive. It is good to see Cody's alive. Agreed, GQ. Good to have you, buddy. Good to have you, man.
I'm still waiting on my burger of the night.
I know, right? Well, GQ's not the burger guy.
I know. I'm waiting on my burger.
Yeah, I need Terry to give me the Chris is trying to die on us burger.
Yeah.
And then, or we can call it the heart attack burger if you want to. And Chris will be all for that. I know he would be. Yeah.
The panic attack burger.
I like it. I like that a lot.
Chris, you know we love you, brother, but
he knows we're being funny.
Yeah, he knows. Bears versus Commanders, week 8. Caleb versus Daniels. There you go. That'll be interesting. That'll be very, very interesting.
Unpopular opinion, I don't think Caleb Williams is going to do as well in the NFL as people seem to think he is.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot, I think. I think that
not with the Bears.
I still like here's my thing. You can add all the weapons in the world. The Bears still have a problem with their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't address it hardly at all. At all. I didn't miss your Titans comment. Where the heck did the NFL absolutely put the screws on the tie? I just didn't put it up there. Bye week after game 4, got to go 13 straight weeks to end the season. With the final 3 games, all division opponents. Somebody hates the Titans in the NFL office.
That does suck. I will admit that. That does.
Week.
Somebody's got to have a bye week somewhere. I did not miss your comment. See, I went back and found it. You're welcome.
How dare you, George?
Trevor Lawrence is a game changer.
He is.
George. I'm glad that he brought Trevor Lawrence back 35 minutes after we talked about him. Mr. Amish man. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, we're over our break. We're going to take a quick break here. And we'll be right back here on the Golden Boot podcast. And then we'll get into some baseball. There's some baseball games going on right now. We'll talk a little bit about it. And we got some videos to go over too. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Actually, I've got one video on the schedule I want to show you. We'll be right back.
What brings you in today? A lot of rage. Have you considered the Knicks? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I don't want to care. You really kind of opened my eyes on this. Spike the ball. You know, in therapy, we often talk about what we can and can't control. Did your favorite team get eliminated from the playoff chase in week 1? Did your star player get injured for the season? Do you still have 0 wins in fantasy? Then you need to talk to me, the sports therapist.
I am a New England Patriots fan.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It used to be who are the Patriots playing in the Super Bowl. Now it's will the Patriots win next week?
Exactly.
Probably not.
I'm the victim of a $500 million team where that's given me a $0 payoff. This is the Mets.
And I'll remind you that everything you say here is confidential. Do you find yourself thinking about other baseball teams?
I think about the Astros. I'm going to move to Houston.
I grew up as a Met fan. Maybe we try Rutgers football. Maybe we just play racquetball at the gym. Friends would definitely be better than Rutgers football, huh? The Cowboys are more often a source of misery in your life.
We know what helps Cowboys Nation mental health? Rings.
Maybe the Cowboys will never win a ring in your lifetime. Whose fault do you think it is that the Vikings are not performing so well?
I will say the third game, Kirk Cousins, spike the ball. Get a good playoff. Don't throw an interception with the last play of the game.
What is it you'd like to talk about today? The Jets. How have you been coping? A lot of crying. But if there's a way to engage with the New York Jets without bringing heartbreak on yourself, then I think that could be healthy.
I haven't even smiled this much in 2 weeks, Doc. The Commanders are losing.
Do you think that all of that anger will come exploding out of you?
It might.
There was quite a bit of rage in that, wasn't there? Maybe there's some deep breathing exercises we can do. We're going to breathe in Terry McLaurin, and we're going to breathe out Terry McLaurin. And we're going to breathe in Ron Rivera, and we're not going to let him get us upset.
There was a lot of hype around Kenny Pickett this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just not panning out the way I thought.
And so what do you do in those moments? Do you grab your terrible towel and do you sort of give yourself a rub down, or?
I actually forgot my terrible towel that day.
It seems that you are not holding up your end of the bargain.
I feel like Taylor Swift has just taken over the Kansas City Chiefs football program.
If anything, he missed that first week, and then he started dating Taylor. He was back on the field.
You know what? Now that you think about it, Doc, she might be the good luck charm. I might download her music now.
Well, that's our time.
Thank you.
This is the first time in my life that I've actually felt anything other than deep depression.
All right, welcome back to the Golden Boot podcast. Let's get into the breakdown here.
Hang on.
But before we do, what, Sarah?
The burger.
Oh yeah,
the burger. Here. Terry's here. What burger? What are we asking him?
Do we need the heart attack, panic attack burger?
Yes.
Oh
yeah, we need
Terry Walker in the house.
Yeah, Terry, create a burger that would kill us. That's what we want.
Yes. Yes.
Also, I have some breaking news about baseball, man. So Auburn won game 1 last night against Alabama, and then tonight they were up 12-2 going into the 7th, and Alabama's put up 4 in the last 2 innings. Now it's 12-10, and it's the bottom of the 8th. I thought they were about to get mercy ruled.
Wow, that's crazy. Auburn is bad. They're
But hey, a win, if they can hold out with this 12-10 win, they win the series against Alabama, and that's huge.
That's huge. Are they in Alabama or are they in Auburn?
They're at Auburn.
Right. Because Alabama has played significantly better at home than anywhere else.
Okay, Prison Break's a good show. I'll give you that.
I didn't have time to think of one. I was binge watching Prison Break with the wife. Well, that's okay. That's all right. But your homework assignment is a heart attack, panic attack burger.
That's tall.
Meat, cheese, bacon piled to the ceiling with some something spicy. Something spicy.
Wait, should we call it the boot of death?
The boot of death. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Terry, how about a Cajun burger? Ooh, GQ.
Next
Give
time.
me some. One. Oh my gosh, that'd be so good.
Be good.
Wait, George, did you ever eat Conecuh sausage?
Conecuh sausage, yes, I did.
Okay. So I would like some Conecuh sausage on a burger with some shrimp. Oh my God. That sounds so good right now.
When you said Conecuh, I thought you were about to say kielbasa.
Hey, I can eat kielbasa, but it's not my favorite.
Always reminded me of Tenacious D.
Dude, I
a sausage.
freaking love Tenacious D so much.
So we want fatty and spicy. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
But not
I want
like
the
dripping.
type of burger that my name goes up on the wall if I finish it in a certain amount of time.
Yes.
Yes. That somebody's gonna have to call an ambulance
I would
because
say, and if you don't finish it, you're getting wheeled out and
right. Okay, let's check this out. This is Colin. Colin. This is not Colin.
You know
Maybe
what
it
I
is.
thought of when I saw the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule? I thought Justin Fields looked at that thing and went, "Oh, I'm gonna get some snaps." That is the toughest schedule I have ever seen Thanksgiving on in league history. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. He's going to have a losing season, and he'll get hired immediately by one of the streaming giants to be the analyst, maybe Fox, who knows. They end the year with Lamar Jackson twice, Deshaun Watson twice, Joe Burrow twice, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. Thanks for flying United. That is brutal. It'd be like college football getting 3 Georgias, 2 Bamas, and an Ohio State and a Clemson in a row. There's just attrition. After a while, you can't go into a game with quarterback deficits week after week.
Hey, and no matter how good or bad Washington is, you got to start that slate with Jaden Daniels. I mean, that is not fun.
No, it's not at all.
I
Not
don't-
even close.
I don't think I've ever seen an NFL schedule where a team plays the same team like every other week.
That is a little
Like
weird,
the
actually.
Browns,
Usually,
Bengals,
it's like
I've
first
never
half,
seen
second
that.
half. Yeah, that's weird.
A lot of orange.
Oh, good lord.
Chris is on. Chris understands what we're putting
Good.
down.
I'm glad.
All right, let's get into the breakdown. We got about 15 minutes, and then we'll quickly go through the breakdown. Then we got some fun stuff for you at the end here. Let's get this thing. Wherever it is. There it is. All right. Let's get into this. So D1 baseball. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. I've been watching the score.
How about
Arkansas.
this? Hey, how about this? How about you cover baseball? I'll cover softball.
Okay, fine.
Since they're in the tournament this week.
Yeah, let's do it. Arkansas takes down Texas A&M 6-3. And Chris, I got to hear that story, man. If A&M was found with a laptop in their dugout, wow! Talk about calling the pot calling the kettle black. You like, okay? How do you explain what the heck you're doing in your dugout with a laptop? What?
Oh, I'm just reading GQ's comment. Sorry. Dude, he's speaking my language right now.
I gotta go. I got to like andouille, gator, patty, obviously sprinkled with Tony's, pepper jack, shrimp, crawfish tail, Crystal's hot sauce, garlic butter, French bread bun. I feel like it's missing a chef's touch.
Dude, that sounds so good. Also, laptop team was Missouri, so it doesn't matter.
Who was Mississippi State playing? Mississippi State was playing Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
So Missouri is the one that was caught with a laptop in their dugout?
Yeah, they were probably just playing video games. It's all good.
Great. Yeah, they were probably playing something. Chris says, took until now for the first 2 Hoover seeds to be clinched. Arkansas will be the 2 seed. A&M will be the 4 seed, regardless of any game results tomorrow. Number 1 seed will be Tennessee/Kentucky, and number 3 will be Tennessee/Kentucky. So there you go. They'll split 1 and 3. Watching the boot in the dugout. Yeah, that's it. That's what
I'd be all for it. I mean, hey, do you not remember last year we had video proof of what's his name? Tony Vitello watching us. So there you go.
Right. You're correct, Tony.
I don't know how I remembered that, by the way.
I don't either. Man, that is crazy. But let's run down the top 25 real quick here. I'll wait on that. Virginia Tech in Charlottesville, 13-3. Wasn't even really a ball game. Virginia rattled, just shellacked Virginia Tech. Number 9, Georgia falls to Florida in 10 innings in Athens. I believe that evens up the series. I don't know unless somebody can check that. Clemson demolishes Boston College at home. So number 4, Clemson takes care of business at home. Indiana State over Valparaiso, 11-9. Florida State over Georgia Tech, 11-3 in Tallahassee. What, did Florida lose that series? Oh,
I'm looking at the next one.
Oh, North Carolina and Duke. North Carolina wins 6-4. Who won the series?
Oh, who?
Duke and North Carolina, or did they play another one?
I don't know.
I don't either. Why?
They'll probably play another one.
They probably play another one because it is only Friday. Rice, East Carolina, ECU, 15-5 over Rice. Mississippi State over Missouri, 8-2. They still remain in the top 25. Mississippi State does. Louisiana Raging Cajuns over South Alabama, 6-5. Cincinnati takes down number 12 Oklahoma in Cincinnati, 10-6. Big upset there. Florida State, and I guess they had a doubleheader. Took down Georgia Tech 7-6. So obviously they get the series there. UC Santa Barbara over Cal State Northridge, 14-2. ECU with another, and they had a doubleheader as well. ECU over Rice again, so they take the series 6-4. Ouch. Kentucky over Vanderbilt, 17-7. Kentucky absolutely shellacked Vanderbilt in Lexington.
The crazy part is Vanderbilt started up 2-0 and then go to the bottom of the first, and literally Carter Holton allowed back-to-back home runs.
Wow.
It was doomed from the get-go.
Yeah. Tennessee
they're split.
They're split. North Carolina and Duke.
UNC and Duke. They play again tomorrow at noon.
I want to know the Georgia Florida if that series is.
Yeah, I'll look.
It's 1-1.
Oh, is it 1-1? Okay,
so Georgia won last night. Florida won today.
So they'll play a rubber match tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. South Carolina, Tennessee. Tennessee takes down South Carolina in Knoxville, 8-3. The Raging Cajuns once again played a doubleheader. They lost that one. South Alabama beat them 10-0. At home in Lafayette. So kind of unexpected there. NC State over Wake Forest 2-1 in Raleigh. I'd like to see the series on that one too.
Okay.
See if Wake.
Proud of Wolfpack.
Yeah, I don't know if they won one or this
game.
Or
NC State won last night too.
Oh, so NC State takes the series from Wake Forest. There you go. Wow.
I could be wrong, but I thought that's what happened.
Well,
I can double check.
Sarah's going to double check. She's the one with the cell phone over here. Texas over Kansas, 3-2 in Austin. Texas is barely in the top 25. The one that I've been keeping an eye on, of course, Arkansas ends up getting over their woes of last night with being shut out. Wins over A&M 6-3 in College Station to even up the series. It was tied up in the seventh, 3-3 forever. A&M had the advantage 3-2 for a while from the third to the seventh, and Arkansas tied it up. And I think in the eighth is when they got a 3-run lead and held it all the way through. Really good. Change up the order. Gage Wood started in that game, so
they did win.
That's who did?
Cody's right.
Okay.
Beat Wake Forest.
So there you go.
Night and today.
That's a heck of a way to end the season.
Good for them.
Good for them. I know they're kind of rivals because they're close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But Wake has been better. And for NC State to shut that door on them, that's big.
Shout out to Chris, big NC State fan.
Yeah, right. Chris loves NC State. Oregon State over Arizona 10-1. It's in the bottom of the sixth currently in Tucson, Arizona. It is Arizona better start hitting the ball. Bottom of the eighth, Washington State over Oregon 4-1. That would be a pretty big upset as Oregon's in the top 25. Top of the sixth, UC Irvine over Cal State Fullerton 5-3. Oklahoma State and Houston is postponed. That is your top 25. Cody, I have no idea what happened in LSU. I have no idea what happened in Ole
I don't
Miss.
want to talk about it.
Oh, let's let Sarah discuss it.
You don't want to talk about
I
it?
don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
Because
It's not
LSU's
embarrassing at all.
right now. And
LSU's playing like their best baseball this weekend for some reason. It's weird. Dude, Tommy White cannot be stopped. Tommy White's like 5 for 7 or 5 for 8 on the weekend, and he recorded his first career triple yesterday.
Yeah,
which was hilarious to watch him leg that out. Yeah, he's swinging a very, very good bat this weekend.
Yeah, and I know the Batcats lock up a tie of the East tonight. They will be, if nothing changes, they will be a share of the SEC. Very good job, Kentucky. You definitely did well. That's a very slow, sarcastic clap.
Yeah, Terry's got you. He's got you a heck of
I know.
a burger.
I see the burger. No, the thing is, Terry, I can't see the comments when I'm reading off the thing. So I will absolutely go over that. Don't you worry. Big Blue Nation, best team in college baseball.
Oh gosh.
Y'all are too much.
Okay, this burger will have 2 1-pound patties stuffed with Carolina Reaper cheese,
Holy crap.
1 pound of bacon, drizzled with a cheesy ghost pepper extract sauce. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Along with chopped jalapeno cheddar sausage on a big jalapeno cheddar bun. 1 hour to finish. 2 1-pound patties.
That's the least of my concerns.
That thing must be like this
Plus
big.
a pound of bacon.
Plus, then you got to eat. You got to do a Carolina Reaper cheese.
You
See,
asked
like,
for a
yeah.
heart attack burger, and he delivered.
He delivered.
Man, I would
He
die.
delivered.
That would be my death. But the challenge that he called it, though, is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
South
1 hour.
Side of Heaven challenge.
Challenge, boy. Oof. Yeah, we call it the South Side of Heaven. Call it the South Side of Heaven challenge, dude. I'm telling you, you have an absolute knack for this. If you don't get yourself a
I'm just waiting on
freaking
the restaurant
burger stand or a
food
truck, something, man. Oh, this is the best burgers. Stop it, Matt. You got ran out of your own house by the orange team. So he's in regards to Dominic says, I'm down for it. The look on Cody's face, yes.
Dude, when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh.
FSU had a doubleheader. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So they take the series in that one. Game should have been canceled. 2 players injured on a muddy field. Carter Holton pulled after third batter with apparent arm injury. Yeah, that's right.
Gosh. I didn't realize he hurt his arm. That sucks.
Chris talks trash about Kentucky's baseball field. Well, perfect punishment for Vandy. Send us to NC State to get our asses whipped. I hate that team. Matt Short says, good win, Arkansas. Yeah, it was needed for sure.
If Vanderbilt and NC State have to play, I'm definitely getting Justin Cook to come on here and mess with Chris.
I did a burger similar challenge with the spicy stuff. I was hurting bad when I did it. Yeah, I would.
He said without the spicy stuff.
Oh, without.
I mean, either way, I'm dead with the spicy stuff, and I'm like in misery without it.
I would take a stacker challenge if somebody, like a burger that's like, I don't know, this tall with like 16 patties on it or something.
I would try it. Yeah,
I would try. I probably wouldn't be able to finish it, but I'd try.
I would never be able to do a food challenge that has spice in it because too much spice knocks me. It hurts. Like I like spice, but too much it'll hurt.
I mean, I don't want to spend the night in the bathroom, and that's
exactly
about that. Negative. So, oh man, rough.
I think trying to add speed to that just makes it that much worse.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, if I got told, hey, here's like 3 pounds of like Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings,
yeah,
I could do it. I could probably do 5 pounds actually.
Right,
and I would survive.
Before we get out of here, let's end this. Let's end this on a high note. Let's talk about this for a second.
Gotta get in that little slot. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, yeah, so now, to turn it off, you come back, right? Bring it back. Okay, bingo. Okay? All right, now to get it forward, to turn it on, you're gonna have to get it back, so easy. Look, right there, and now up, and then forward. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. You don't have to. It's just like a regular cheese. You feel it.
That is my favorite video that I found all week.
So wait, so they get the inmate that stole the RV originally to
best man
go
for the job.
and help them start the RV that he stole from the previous owners,
And to show her how to do it.
and to show her how to start her own vehicle. Wow,
I bet they put money on his
count as
books.
behavior?
that's something there, boy.
I would count that as good behavior.
Yeah, waivers will be present at
Yeah.
yes, at the Burger Challenge. Yes. In regards to SEC baseball, it's very possible that Vanderbilt, Florida, LSU, and Alabama all do not make it into the NCAA tournament.
I think Alabama's in. I really do. Sitting with an RPI of 15, I think it's hard to knock that one out. Vanderbilt and LSU have 30-plus wins. I think that helps in a way because, I mean, their strength of schedule is respectable.
Yeah.
But Florida, though, teetering with that 500 record, that hurts. I don't care how many conference wins.
Florida's out. Florida's out. Florida's out. I don't see that happening, and I think Sullivan's going to have a lot to answer for. Florida's out.
Dude, he has a lot to answer for in his personal life.
The winners get a halo hat being held up with horns.
I like it. I like it.
In a golden toilet.
And a golden toilet. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, let's check this out.
Homies wanna be like on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. I didn't realize it had music, so I can't play it too long. But if you noticed, I don't know if that was an olive, a grape, or something, but literally it was thrown up in the air for this girl to catch. She completely misses it, hits the side of her mouth. Dude kicks it up in the air, and some other guy on the other side of the room catches it. Or other side of the table.
That was perfect.
That was pretty awesome. That was a good assist. Let's check this out.
Did I ever tell you about playing the prison team? And when I was playing in winter ball, we had an exhibition game every year against a prison team at the prison.
Yeah.
So I go up there to bat. The catcher doesn't have any catcher's gear on. And I said, "You don't have no gear?" He goes, "No. No mask, no nothing." So we get an extra pair of our catcher had an extra set of gear, so I let him use it. But I asked him, I said, it lefty pitching threw like hard. That's what it reminded me of. The kid threw hard, this pitcher. So I asked the catcher, I said, what did he do? He's out, he found his girlfriend cheating. He burned up her car with her and her boyfriend in it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow. Ouch. That's rough. We are so doing that at the Hancock wedding. I'm not throwing anything in the air. And
No.
No.
I'm just gonna be like, there you go.
Negative.
If y'all go outside, sure.
If you go outside,
There
yeah.
you go.
Whatever you want.
No, not even if you paid me. Not even if you handcuffed me to it. Not even if you threatened a member of my family that I had to ride it and they would die. No, I
Excuse you.
no. I would have to find the person that was going to murder my family and murder them before it happens. I don't know. Like I would do everything in my power to stay off of this ride.
Yes.
I would cut a limb off. I don't like. There's so much I would do to stay off that ride.
Why are you gonna be so violent?
Oh, geez. That coaster looks fun, Dominic says. Nah, negative.
So,
no. I can't do coasters.
Yeah, nope. Dominic would ride it and save your life. That's right. It wouldn't be you anyway. I went to the original Top Speed Dragster the year it opened. Been debating a return. Cedar Points is awesome. Chris
You enjoy
said,
it.
oh, hell no. I'm so out on that. Cody, this is a LSU video.
Oh,
You ever wonder why LSU paints numbers every 5 yards? It's a defining feature of Tiger Stadium, but why? The reason dates back to 1946 and this guy, legendary radio commentator John Ferguson. Since most LSU games were played at night, Ferguson asked if they could put more numbers on the field, so it'd be easier for him to see what was going on. Lucky for him, LSU's athletic director at the time, Jim Corbett, loved himself a wild idea. He once tried to change the way that jerseys were numbered. True story. Anyway, Corbett went for the idea. Ferguson's job got a little easier, and LSU has kept the tradition for the last 78 years. Follow for more.
Wow.
I never
noticed that. I never noticed it.
Well, I've always noticed it, but
I've never not one time noticed it.
Now we're gonna notice it.
Now I'm gonna notice it every time.
Yep.
GQ says I waited 3 hours to ride the first one. Oof.
Jeez.
No way, buddy.
More patient than me.
Nope. Negative.
I don't have the stomach for those.
No.
Especially when they do that like corkscrewy thing or like the straight down drops. I just I feel sick the rest of the day.
Right.
Oh! Jeez.
Play it again.
Oh! Jeez.
Dude, it's so bad. It's worse than...
Oh! Jeez.
All right, ride that coaster or take that plane to the face.
Ride that coaster or take the plane to the face.
Yeah.
I'm taking the plane to the face. I'm taking the plane to the face all day.
So if someone's controlling the plane, yes?
Yes.
Oof.
Okay, so there's no way that that's an accident.
Maybe.
Dominic.
The one guy standing there that happened to hit him when they could have.
It was an accident.
How?
There's no way that was real.
I don't feel like that's.
There's no way that was an accident, or there was no way that was on purpose. The precision you would have to try and hit him would be just.
Yeah.
Dominic, you're brave, man. Ride the coaster after Terry's Spicy Burger.
That's one way to get it to.
Good God,
Get out of your body.
All I got to think of is 120-mile-an-hour vomit right back in my face, and I'm not eating anything doing that, buddy.
You're in the last car.
I got to know, did he live? We have no idea, but you could hear the scream of agony as soon as he hit the ground because that hurt.
Well, what impact was worse, that plane or those two baseball players colliding at first base? I think I'd take the plane over that.
Oof. Yeah, probably. I don't even know.
How fast do you think that plane was going?
Oh, easily 40, 50 mile an hour, probably.
Yeah, it looked like it was speeding up, too.
Man.
There was a kid in my high school that got hit by a car in front of our school at 25 miles an hour and didn't make it. So double that, and you get roughly the plane to the face.
How does someone not survive a 25-mile-an-hour hit?
Because he ricocheted into a bus.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll do it.
But, yeah.
Ooh. Ouch.
Oh, the videos I sent you, they get worse, by the way.
Oh, well, I
didn't
do all of them because some of them I couldn't do.
That's the first one. That's the first rescue. You hear
Dude.
So look, I can do the hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
That's super easy. Anybody can do that. It's not hard. Putting it in your mouth
No thanks.
No.
Dominic Andrews should do it on the roller coaster after the burger challenge.
Ambrose, you're up. Oof. Vandy had a second baseman this year take a 97-mile-per-hour fastball to the face when he turned to bunt and had a strike called against him. Oof.
That sucks.
Is he okay?
I don't know.
We never reported on a player death, so I think we're okay.
No, we never reported on a player dead, but that was the last one. That was the only one I could get. I know there was more in there.
No, it's probably. I think that was the one to end on right there. To be honest.
Yeah.
Seeing someone get shot in the ear with a bow, you don't want to see that.
No, I didn't do that one. Nope, I didn't do that. Was too. That
when
was
I saw
too
that, I
rough.
was just like,
Sarah would have freaked out.
Well, now
I'm surprised you didn't bring over the Joe Biden video.
No, because I didn't want to get it political. But
yeah. But be honest though, do you think that's AI?
I don't know.
I zoomed in and looked, and it just looks like the mouth is like it's not right.
It looks very sketchy.
I mean, as much as we play with AI now, like it makes me think that like that's what they're doing. Because dude, he doesn't talk that fast.
Yes, you
or
did.
that clear.
He said, "Yes, you did." The train guy. Technically, that's a baseball player that died.
Oh, touche, touche. That is true.
Chris says out for the season, fractured orbital socket, reconstructive surgery. Currently, no vision in his left eye.
Yeah, so he's not okay.
Oh my gosh,
that's life changing. Ouch.
Oh Lord.
Cody's face.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's worth it.
We all got a little bit of overtime
I wanna
tonight,
add something.
so what are you going to add?
What we talked about earlier.
Oh, well, go ahead.
So
final thoughts for Sarah. Go ahead.
This weekend is the Cord Classic for gymnastics. If you don't follow gymnastics, this is one of the big stops on the road for like the pros that are going to the Olympics in order to kind of eliminate and get down there. And this is the first time in history there are 3 gymnasts from 3 different Olympics competing against each other. So Gabby Douglas is back. She was in the London 2012 games. Simone Biles was in the Rio 2016 games and games after that in Tokyo. And Suni Lee was in Tokyo 2020. And they were all 3 all-around champions, which makes it even more interesting. So the fact that Gabby came back because she's been off for a while, and then all 3 all-around are competing against each other. That's pretty cool.
And Lee, she went to Auburn, so
Yes.
that's a pretty cool connection to see there. Wow.
She took some time off and then decided to come back and try for the Olympics again. So
I'm excited to see that. I really am.
It's going on this weekend. I think it started tonight. But stay tuned for some highlights of that. Look on social media and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up because I love gymnastics.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's fun to watch.
Well, there we go. Let's see. Just for Sarah, Team Rodeo Draft coming up live from Nashville. There you go.
Oh.
May 29th. James Fender says softball. Cody, you want to use your final thought on softball?
Yeah. So really everybody, the higher seeds won today, except for Southern Illinois upset number 24 Cal. They're the 3 seed over the 2 seed in the Baton Rouge Regional. But outside of that, everybody pretty much did business as usual today. It was day 1. So
yeah. Good deal. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Yep.
Gents and gal. It's been a phenomenal show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited that you guys joined in. Thank you so much for all your comments. I can't say it enough. We cannot do this without you. I don't want to sit here and talk to ourselves. And I'm just absolutely flabbergasted that you guys join week in and week out, Mondays, Fridays. It's great. That being said, be sure and tune in Monday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, right here on Dogs TV. Can't miss it. We'll recap some baseball, and we'll have a lot more to talk about, I'm sure. Said FSU struggled. James Fender said. So
They hadn't
there
played
you go.
good since that storm hit them.
James Fender says, "Great show. We need y'all more." Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, listen, if we could go more, our busy schedules, we would.
Hey, we would go 5 days a week if we could.
Dude, I would love to go 5 days a week.
One
And
day.
have that as my full-time job and get paid for it.
Date night.
Well, we'd have date night. We would.
You'd have day dates.
We'd have day dates.
Hey, if George is making TV people money, I mean, it's worth it.
Listen, here's the deal. If y'all want that to happen, we need to be sharing this and liking the absolute living mess out of it.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what's next.
Because Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be next. Yeah, I guess.
Well, maybe not
but,
Wednesday.
Well, we'll see.
Just because you're busy.
Well, we'll see. But either way, more than you need us. No show without y'all. Oh, well, thank you. But still,
thank you.
We still need you because I mean,
if there ain't a fan watching, we can't.
What's
do
good of having a show if you don't have anybody to watch it? So, but anyway, we appreciate you guys so much. Tune in Monday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, right here on Dogs TV. Don't miss it. We'll see you then. For me, Sarah, and Cody, signing off. This has been the Golden Boot. Take care. We will see you next time. Stay golden, everybody.